I didn't come here today because I felt strong. I came because something inside me finally admitted it's tired of pretending. There's a quiet moment right before the day fully begins, when the noise hasn't taken over yet, and in that silence I can feel how heavy my heart actually is. Maybe that's why you're here too. Not because everything is falling apart, but because something feels fragile, and you don't know how much longer you can carry it alone. God, I'm exhausted in ways that don't show. I've learned how to function while hurting, how to keep moving while parts of me feel undone. I say I'm fine so often that I almost believe it, until I'm alone with my thoughts, and everything I've been holding back comes rushing in. There's fear I haven't named, sadness I haven't processed, pressure I've normalized. I keep telling myself to be patient, to be grateful, to be faithful. But sometimes those words feel heavier than comforting. I don't want to perform strength for you. I want to be honest. I'm scared of slowing down because I don't know what I'll feel if I stop. I'm scared of silence because it forces me to listen to my own heart. And my heart has been quietly asking questions I don't have answers for. God, I need you here. Not as a distant idea, but as a presence that sits with me in this uncertainty. I need reassurance that I'm not weak for feeling this way, that this vulnerability isn't failure, but truth finally surfacing. If you're listening, meet me in this moment before I harden again, before I distract myself, before I convince myself that this ache doesn't matter. I'm here, exposed and honest, because I don't want to live disconnected from myself anymore. If these words feel like they could be yours, pause for a second. Like this video and comment, I'm here. Sometimes the bravest thing we do is admit we need help. God, as the day keeps moving, I notice how much effort it takes just to feel normal. I've been living in a constant state of quiet tension, like I'm always bracing for something to go wrong. Even in peaceful moments, my mind stays alert, scanning for problems, preparing for loss before it happens. I didn't realize how much this has shaped me, how guarded I've become, how carefully I let myself feel joy. I celebrate, but I don't fully relax. I hope, but I keep one foot ready to step back. I tell myself it's wisdom, but deep down, I know it's fear. There are parts of my story I avoid revisiting because they still hurt. Moments where I trusted and felt disappointed. Times I prayed with certainty and waited in silence. I never stopped believing in you, but I stopped expecting too much from life. And that realization scares me. God, I don't want to live like I'm always recovering from something. I don't want my past pain to quietly dictate my future. If you are healing me, help me see it, not in dramatic breakthroughs, but in the soft return of trust. Sometimes I feel disconnected from my own emotions, like I'm observing them from a distance. I stay busy because stillness feels dangerous, but I can't keep running from myself forever. If you're inviting me to slow down, stay with me when the discomfort rises, when old feelings resurface, when tears come without explanation. I don't want to shut down anymore. God, I need to believe that you can hold my vulnerability without judgment, that I don't have to clean myself up before coming to you, that my fear doesn't disqualify me from your care. I place my guarded heart before you again, not fully open yet, but willing. And maybe that's enough for now. If this part resonates with you, take a moment. Like this video and comment, I'm learning to trust. Your honesty could help someone else feel less alone. God, there are moments when I feel like I've lost access to myself, like the person I am now is built mostly out of coping. I know how to survive difficult seasons, but I'm not sure I remember how to live without constantly protecting my heart. I catch myself minimizing my own pain, telling myself others have it worse, that I should be stronger by now. But those thoughts don't heal me. They just teach me to stay silent. And silence has made me feel alone, even when I'm surrounded by people. There's a loneliness that comes from being misunderstood, but there's another that comes from being unseen, especially by yourself. I've spent so much time adapting to what's required of me that I've stopped asking what I actually need. God, I don't know how to untangle all of this. I don't know how to release years of tension stored in my body and heart. I don't know how to rest without feeling like I'm falling behind. But I know I can't keep living like this. Sometimes I grieve the version of me that trusted easily, the one who dreamed without calculating risk, the one who believed that good things could happen without first proving they were deserved. I miss that softness, even though it once made me vulnerable to pain. If you are restoring me, please start gently. I don't need to be pushed forward. I need to be reminded that it's safe to breathe again, that it's okay to feel without immediately fixing. God, sit with me in this awareness, in the realization that I've been tired for a long time, that I've been holding myself together with willpower instead of grace. Teach me how to lean instead of brace. If this season is about unlearning, help me not to rush it. I don't want to trade one form of survival for another. I want something deeper, something honest, something whole. If these words echo what you're feeling, pause here. Like this video and comment, I'm still healing. Let your honesty be a quiet act of courage. God, I'm starting to realize how much of my strength has been built out of necessity, not choice. I didn't become resilient because I wanted to. I became resilient because I had to keep going when stopping felt impossible. And now, I don't know how to tell the difference between strength and exhaustion anymore. There's a sadness I carry that doesn't announce itself loudly. It shows up in small ways, in how easily I feel overwhelmed, in how quickly I withdraw, in how hard it is to believe that good things will last. I don't talk about it much because I don't want to be a burden. I've learned how to be reliable, capable, and composed. But I've also learned how to disappear inside myself. I give what's needed, say what's expected, and save my honesty for moments when no one is listening. God, I don't want to live divided like this. I don't want one version of me for the world and another for my private moments. If you're inviting me into wholeness, show me how to stop hiding from my own emotions. There are things I've been carrying that were never meant to be carried alone. Old regrets, quiet shame, the fear that maybe I waited too long or missed my chance. I try to release them, but they keep finding their way back. Please remind me that my worth isn't tied to timing, that my life isn't behind just because it looks different than I imagined, that I'm not forgotten just because answers haven't come yet. God, if you're here with me in this process, help me trust that slowness doesn't mean stagnation, that healing doesn't always feel like relief. Sometimes it feels like grief finally being acknowledged. I'm tired of pretending I'm unaffected. I'm tired of carrying this alone. If you're asking me to stay open, stay close enough that I don't retreat into myself again. If this resonates with your heart, take a moment. Like this video and comment, I'm not alone. Someone else may need to read those words today. God, as I come to the end of this prayer, I don't feel finished, but I do feel more honest. And maybe that's enough for today. I'm realizing that healing doesn't arrive all at once. Sometimes it begins the moment we stop denying how much we've been carrying. I don't need everything to make sense right now. I don't need immediate answers or clear outcomes. What I need is the courage to stay present in my own life, even when it feels tender, even when my heart feels exposed. God, I've spent so long trying to be okay that I forgot how to simply be. I forgot how to sit with myself without judgment. I forgot that you meet me not at my strongest, but at my most honest. If hope is returning, let it come slowly. I don't want to rush it or pressure it into something it's not ready to be. Teach me how to trust without bracing for loss, how to open my hands instead of clenching my fists. I release the belief that I have to earn rest. I release the fear that if I stop striving, everything will fall apart. I release the quiet shame of needing help. God, thank you for staying when I've been distant, for listening when my prayers felt more like silence than words, for holding me together in ways I didn't even realize I needed. As this day unfolds, I place myself back into your care, not as someone who has it all figured out, but as someone who is still learning how to feel again, still learning how to trust.